Hello, friends. I welcome you to the first series of Know Your Way Ahead. Well, you must be wondering what's this? This is a small tour that you and I will take together. You get to experience how coaches work and how coaching can benefit you. So you will learn along with me. Let's get started. In this, as you see on the screen, this is basically a tool. Besides that, you learn how coaching can benefit you. This is something where it also tries to focus on those who find themselves a bit confused in life. There are phases in life where we sometimes find ourselves either stuck, lost, or confused. Or it could be any of the reasons or the questions that you see on the screen. Or it could be something completely different, not mentioned here. Whatever the case may be, let's take this tour together, experience coaching, and see how it can help you. I welcome you to the tour as we are about to begin, and let's get started. On your screen right now, what you see is basically the results. Now, I believe that we should always begin with the end in mind, and what you see here is precisely what you would get if in case you do this exercise along with me. There are three things that you will learn towards the end of this session. One, a very powerful technique where it helps you understand where exactly are you headed in life and are there any gaps where you could just take a pause, reflect, and try and work out so that you come out of your stuck state or your confused state of mind or even much more. We also, through this exercise, understand what exactly are our needs, where are our priorities, are they misplaced or are they in place? And then, together, through an example, you will also learn how you can create an action plan which can then help you make one for yourself. Now, you must be wondering how we will find our way ahead. The best way to experience coaching is through powerful tools. In this given learning session, how we're going to do it is that we will take an inner tour. This is a tour of our inner self. How we are going to do it is through a series of questions, aligning it to some domains of life. And that's how we go on a journey together where you experience how coaching works and benefits. What you see on your screen right now are the three key questions. This is exactly what we will try and answer today as we connect this back to the domains of life. And since in coaching, questions are one of the most powerful tools, so we're going to make use of them. This is the template that we will use today while you understand how coaches work along with their coaches. So what you see on your screen is a template where it has a matrix of a question. It says what I want, and then it's in alignment to the domains of life. In this slide, here, as we look at as an example, let's call this person as Rick. Now, what we're trying to solve here, as we look at those three questions in our previous slides, with the same template, what we've done is that we have added an example. So let's say Rick is trying to fill in the template with the 5 key domains of life, and he's trying to answer the first question, which is what I want. A generic question of what I want can be too general and very difficult to answer. But since we have given him 5 different domains of life, and in each domain the same question is being asked, what I want. And if you look on the screen, here Rick, as an example, is just trying to answer these questions. So under family and relationships, he has answered some of the three things or three goals that he's basically looking for, which fall under the realm of family and relationship. Then under wealth and money, he has three more goals. Under health and well-being, there are a few things that he perhaps had on his mind and may want to do it now. So that's what he records here. Under self-development, there are three other things that Rick's write for himself. Under happiness and joy, he has some goals even around that. And if you read through it, it talks about what exactly Rick wanted. Now, this is just an example with a template and a question. You could use the same for your own self, where you could put across what exactly you want in different domains. And I urge you that you might use a journal or a notepad where you could just copy this template, put this question, and start writing. First, think, reflect, and write what exactly do you think you want in under the domain of family and relationship as on date, under wealth and money, under health, well-being, self-development, happiness, and joy. In case you have something which is not covered here and you think you need to add that domain, you could do that. For example, spirituality, or for that matter, a significant other or a partner that you perhaps want a separate goal for. So please feel free to choose more domains if you want, and then answer the question, what I want under this particular domain in my life, and set your goals there. What you see on your screen right now is a filled-in example by Rick on the three key questions that we looked at and under different life domains. So if you look towards from your left hand side, it has all the three questions: what exactly he wanted, why he wanted, and what exactly he need to do to get there. And if you look at each of the life domains, you would find that Rick has spent considerable amount of time with the coach to understand and fill in these questions in relation to the life domains that he has mentioned on the title track. So if you see under family and relationship, since he had put one of the goals is to spend quality time with family, the why of it also helps him understand why exactly he wants now a quality time with family. What exactly is making him think on those lines? And if you read his response, you will understand that his children are in the growing years, perhaps they are teenagers now, and he feels that they need him more than before. And therefore, when the coach asked him this question of why I want this particular goal of to spend quality time, he dig deep and understood that the quality of time that he always wanted to spend with his children was not really at par. And now with his kids growing up, he really think that he needs to dedicate some time to them. And then we get back to the last question, which is what he needs to do there. So again, while he reflected, he understood that it's not that easy that we just have a goal. And we also understand why we have it. The real success or the real road when we really want to get certain things comes in when we know what actions are we going to take. Now, since we understand this is our need and we also understand why is this our need, we also need to design an action around that. In this given case, Rick wants to create a work-life balance, set his priorities, and for this he thought to begin with, he could just set aside 1 hour every day exclusively for his kids, which are in their growing years. Maybe this he could set it up for the next 6 months or a year or maybe 2 years, where he could then fill in or meet the goal of having to spend quality time with family. In a similar fashion, Rick's then complete the other columns of wealth and money, health, self development, and his happiness goals. So, with this example, what I'm trying to help you understand is this is how a simple matrix of a question and life domain gave Rick clarity as to what exactly he wanted in life. If you think at times you find yourself confused, stuck, and just don't know where to head, you could just use this particular template and think through the life domains, which will help you understand where exactly are the gaps and how, why do you think the gaps are there, and then what exactly you could do to get to your goals. This is usually a coaching, I would say, an experience people usually have when they first connect with a coach or they find themselves in need of one. And why am I sharing this with you is because perhaps this template or this particular matrix of this question and domain can help you answer few questions which can surface and bring out while you take that inward journey why exactly you find yourself confused and stuck or perhaps in need of a way forward. I hope by now you may have found this exercise that you've just done easy and also simple, but the results are phenomenally very effective. So just don't think that things have to be complex, only then you get good results. Simple things, simple matrix of 3 questions, 5 life domains can actually give you a current picture of where your life is right now, where exactly you want it to head, and what exactly are the gaps and how do you fill those gaps. So, a call for action to you is if you really like this exercise, I may want you to pause now for a second. And if in case you have a journal or notes, just make note of those 5 domains, the template, and the questions, and do this exercise for yourself. Take some time out for yourself, write it down, go back to it once again, look at the way Rick has filled it up in assistance with me. You can do it that for yourself, and maybe while you get those answers, they will help you just get to know where exactly is your life headed. Is it headed in the direction that you always wanted it to be? Is it just going nowhere? I'm sure it may not solve 100% of your problem, but yes, to a great and a large extent, you will come to know where exactly and which domain there's a huge gap. Sometimes simple tools like this brings out the things that we've been avoiding or not been paying attention to for a long time and they are actually in need of. So go ahead and do this exercise for yourself. I would like to thank you for giving me your precious time, listening and going through these entire a small exercise that we just did together and also reflecting. If at all, once you've completed this exercise and you feel you need more help in understanding why could there be more gaps, or help in taking that inward journey, but still finding yourself a bit confused as to why. So when you get to the whys of your goals or of your needs, there are times we might even get stuck there and we don't think the whys that we are understanding or we are arriving at are correct. At that time, you actually need a coach. So I would say you could anytime reach out to me. These are my coordinates, and we can have a good session where I would love to hear back from you. I'm sure this exercise is very helpful because whoever has done this has actually found a lot of clarity, including my own self. When I get most of the time stuck, I simply just take a piece of paper and start doing it to understand where exactly I'm heading and where exactly I get stuck. And then I go back to my coach because I know that in most of my experiences and also of others, I've seen that why, when we try to answer the whys of our goals, is where we get a lot of things coming from inside us And at times we also do get confused with that. And that's where we need our coach. So, yes, it could be that you may not get stuck. You might just get this exercise and you may get a lot of help from it. But if in case you feel that you need some more help, please feel free to write to me or call me, and I shall help you figure out and find your way ahead. Thank you so much.